Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Zay, bringing you Only Hustling Game. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about China's real estate group, Evergrande, and their debt crisis that they're having right now. What this means moving forward for certain Chinese stocks such as NIO. If you guys don't remember me telling y'all in some previous videos, NIO is a company that I've been looking to get a position in. Right now, it's down pretty bad, so it might be a good buying opportunity. So we're going to go over that today in this video. But before we do, if you have not yet gotten any of these investing platforms such as Robinhood, Webull, Public, go ahead and check out the link in the descriptions below. Sign up using my referral code, and when you do, you'll get some free stocks that you can keep inside the trading platform, or if you want to sell and get yourself some free money, it's free money. So let's go ahead and dive into this video. So if you don't know what the Evergrande group is, looking it up, it is the second largest or real estate property developer in China, and recently they came out with this massive debt that has kind of taken over the Chinese market, as well as people are thinking it's affecting the US market on a global scale. And basically what happened is they have a deadline to meet where they have to pay back all this debt. I think it's around $300 billion in debt, and it's affected the Chinese market tremendously. And a lot of U.S. investors are concerned on whether or not it's going to affect us over here. Because as you know, the stock market has been correcting like crazy lately, as well as the crypto market. I don't think what's going on in China is necessarily tied to what's happening with the crypto market, but for the stocks, for sure. So there's an article right here that CNBC published, and this was just yesterday around 6 p.m. So basically, Evergrande, the real estate group, has a debt burden of roughly $300 billion. The crisis has echoed into, bankruptcy, which marked its 13th anniversary last week. And it sent shockwaves to the global market. That's what it's saying so far. Here it's saying that, the reality is it's too big to fail, and I think the Chinese government is going to intervene big time. I don't think they're going to save management, but it will be reconstructed in a way that won't harm the economy too much over there and won't affect the global economy on financial markets. So right there, it's saying that the company is way too big to fail and that it's not going to affect us over here. But at the same time, like I said, we've talked about NIO before. Now, if you believe in this company, you have a strong conviction of it, and you're looking to ride it long term, which is what I'm thinking right now. The stock is down like crazy. Take a look at NIO. It's down to $35. $35 right now. It's still at 85% of a buy. In this article, this guy right here, what's his name? Yardini, I don't know his first name, says if you're invested in Chinese stocks, there have been lots of reasons to get out, quite honestly. The Chinese Communist Party, which runs the government over there, has been meddling, intervening in the markets, interrupting corporate governance, telling companies how they should manage their businesses. And so I think it's a good opportunity here just to lie low. I would not be buying the dips in China. So that's this guy's opinion. Now you got to follow your own opinion at the same time. If you're one of the people who have gotten in very early on NIO and you're holding a large position, I wouldn't get scared and just sell off just because it's coming out in the news. News sentiment, remember, that's a big thing too that plays a role into different stocks out there, different cryptocurrencies as well. But if your conviction's strong enough in the long term, you might want to just hold it. Now, I'm not saying you should do that. Like I said, this isn't financial advice or anything, but right now, if you believe in the company NIO long term, and it's sitting now at $35, that's a dip, right? So that'd be a perfect buying opportunity. If we go over to tip ranks right here, it is still 80% on the upside, with a high estimate of it being $72, a low estimate of $62. It's analysts are saying six is a buy. 6 people are saying it's a buy right now. It still has an 8 on the smart score, which is really good. Yeah, so this is one of those things to where if you have a large position in NIO, if you want to hold it, definitely, take that conviction of yours in the stock and hodl on. Because if you sell right now, you're just going to take a massive loss. That I was looking on YouTube and kind of searching out the videos out there to see what the news, Bloomberg, Fox Business, what they're kind of saying about it. And there's all different types of things out there, like why you should be worried about the Chinese debt. But at the same time, if you're investing into a lot of Chinese stocks, then yeah, you're probably down a lot right now. But for a stock like NIO, and I'm only mentioning NIO because that is something that I've been interested in myself, and I know a lot of people out there, NIO's a really popular stock. I just think that this is a perfect time to add to your position. And if we take a look at Tesla, for instance, Tesla isn't a Chinese stock, it's an American stock, but it is another EV company, right? If all those times when Tesla dipped down a lot, people said sell, 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 and people did sell, right? But at the same time, if you would have put in more money on those dips, Kathy Woods has said how she predicts it's going to be a $3,000 stock, I believe it is. I think it's 3,000, something like that. And Elon Musk has even said too, if they execute properly, then he believes that could be a pretty decent price for the stock. That's another company that people have strong convictions on, and if you want to add to your position and just hodl on and keep holding until you feel like the time is right to sell, then go ahead and do that. But you got to remember, with these stock market corrections and these big sell-offs, the prices are going to dip, and you got to realize, is this the time for you to get out, or is this a time to keep adding to your position? Like I said, it's not financial advice, but at the same time, you got to make that decision yourself on whether or not you're going to take the loss, take the L, or, try to get out before you get too burned, or just kind of keep adding to your position. So that's something I wanted to talk about. With everything going on with Evergrande, it's crazy right now, and I hope a lot of y'all out there aren't too heavily invested into the Chinese stocks right now, because it is taking a big L on a lot of the Chinese stocks out there, not just in the EV sector. But again, NIO is still on tip ranks. It's still being said that it's a buy. I personally, this would be the perfect time for me to get in, because I think this is a great position. When I've been looking at it, it was like $47, $48. It was so crazy too, because I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but when I first signed up for Robinhood back in like 2019, 2018, I actually got a free stock, and my free stock that I got was a NIO when it was $3, only $3. And I wish I would have bought a hell of a lot more of it then, but I didn't. I actually sold it like as soon as I got it, because it was a free stock, So it's just part of it. You can't predict the future and what's going to happen. But again, I guess the gist of what I'm trying to say when it comes to NIO is, if you have a strong conviction that in the future, like later on, I'm talking like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, long term, right? Then I think this is a perfect buying opportunity. Honestly, I think it's a great buying opportunity for NIO. It's still looking very promising. Just because this has happened doesn't necessarily mean that NIO is going to tank all the way down, and a lot of these Chinese stocks are going to tank all the way down. That guy Yardini, who said that I would invest in Chinese stocks right now, it's just, that's subjective, right? That's subjective to a lot of different people's opinions. So, do your own due diligence, read the news, keep up with your stocks, research everything you're investing in, and don't take somebody else's advice just because they say it's not a good time to buy, or it is a good time to buy. Don't even take my advice. Like I said, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just trying to give you guys some game on what I think would be great buying opportunities if you really believe in the company. So that's all I got for now, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.